When a person listens to a lecture or to a video, automatically he listens to only half and understand the quarter and comments double. I repeat, listen to half of what the speaker say. If the lecture was 2 hours, he only heard 1 hour because his mind is somewhere else. So he skips a lot of important parts. But he thinks he has the whole picture. From what he heard, people are not so brilliant today with all the nonsense in the world. From what he heard, which is already half, he understood half. So now he only knows a quarter from the whole picture. And now in the internet, all day, WhatsApp, murdering people. He doesn't know all the details. Why don't you go and clarify? Why don't you go and ask? Everything can be clarified today. You say this, you didn't say that, why did you say this, who did you mean? You can talk to people. I promise you that 99% of the bad comments in the world against anyone, I'm not talking necessarily rabbis, against anyone, or even on the news, 99% of the comments are lies. They're based on false information. 99%. If 1% of the comments are accurate, I'm going to be very, very surprised. How do I know? For myself. Sometimes people send me what this guy say, this woman say. I read and I smile, say, wow, what did I say? And look how they twisted it completely to the opposite. The opposite. One example was right here. The Milubbitz's Rebbe, they wrote against me that I disrespected him and wrote bad things about him. If they only check for 1 minute, they see over the years that I brought stories about him at least 100 times. And I praised him very much in my lectures. And I say that he built an empire in a world which is something that is deserve a great admiration. And not only that, in my Facebook page, I don't think there's a day I don't put 1 or 2 posts from his books. I have many of his books in my house. I only say that I feel bad for him that some of his followers made him a god. I promise you he feels worse about it than me in his next world. I promise you. There's no question in my mind. No holy rabbi would like people to make him into a god or into something that he wasn't. There's one thing to be a very, very holy, righteous person, which you have to admire and to respect and to love and to appreciate. And that's all the tzaddikim and all the great leaders, Baruch Hashem, we had plenty over the years. There's one thing to say certain things that is against the 13 principles of Judaism. Now, let's say you disagree with me. You have your own Torah. I don't know, you have your own books, whatever the case is. Is this the first disagreement in life? Big deal. So we had people who learn in Yeshivat Porat Yosef, Rav Ovadia Yosef, Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul, learned for years together Chevruta. Almost every issue in halakha, they disagree with each other. He say this, he say that. He say this, he say that. Hundreds of times, right, Rabbi? Hundreds of times. Did they ever hate each other? Did they ever dare to disrespect each other? Did they ever make comments in public against each other? The opposite. When people came to Chacham Ben Zion Abba Shaul, he said, why are you coming to me? Go to Chacham Ovadia. Knowing that in this question, Chacham Ovadia will tell him the opposite of what Ben Zion will tell him. He didn't have ego. It wasn't about me. It was about the truth. My truth is my truth, and Rav Ovadia's truth is also from the Torah. If you are right in the argument, so you're right. So somebody disagree with you. That's not a reason to start with all the nonsense. So this is the problem. People don't listen. Also, they take things out of context. I never say any chas v'shalom derogatory word against the Rebbe whatsoever, ever. It didn't even cross my mind. Not only that, I went to him twice in my life. And then one time that I went to him, he gave dollars to all the people. I don't know what he saw in me, but he gave me a silver coin, which I still have until today. And someone offered me more than $3,000 for it, a Chabadnik, when he heard it. And I still kept it. So if I disrespected the Rebbe or I didn't think it's important enough, I would make the $3,500, no? Right? If you hold something that somebody that you disrespect, you have it in your hand, what do you need it for? So the opposite, the fact that I still kept it in my wallet all these years, so many years, obviously it means something, no? So here is an example how people who do not know 1% of the details, and they go and they attack and they murder and they lose their עולם הבא in 1 minute. That's what's happened. יש אדם מאבד עולמו ברגע אחד. How much we have to be careful. People still does not digest the power of the internet and how much damage it can make to families and to people. They have no idea. ממש, they have no idea. You understand? So at the same video, I was also speaking about Berselab. What did I speak about? I said they made the fact to go to אומן, it's one of the 10 commandments. It's not. You want to go to a grave of a tzaddik? Go. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to say it's a sin. Many people over the years ask me, is it a sin? I say, no, not a sin. I say, my opinion, that if there is a tzaddik that lived in the last few generations, and then we have all the Tanaim, the holy Tanaim, which the Gemara testified that they're Mechayeh Metim. If we had Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Chana and Shivat Banea and all the prophets, people that spoke to Hashem directly are buried in Israel, hundreds of them. They're right next to you. Why would you leave all of them and go to any holy rabbi, any, I repeat, any, nothing personal against anyone, any holy rabbi, to go to his grave far away on the other side of the world, spend money, be without your family in Rosh Hashanah, which is a holiday and the Judgment Day, when you have Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai or Rabbi Akiva and this. You disagree with me? Fine. But why do you need to get angry? Why? Is that meaning that we disrespect your Rebbe? Did we ever say it's not holy? Did we ever say it's not righteous? What are you making up stories? People cannot hear the truth once their ego is involved. There's nothing about the truth. It's all about ego. Oh, yeah? You disrespect him like I respect him. He's not your rabbi like he's my rabbi. You're done. Now we have to murder you. Finish. Otherwise, we cannot sleep at night. This is what's going on here today. It's everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, these things happening. The politics. This is not what Hashem wants. Person can be shomer mitzvot and then lose everything because of this shtuyot. First of all, when a person makes comments against anybody that teach Torah on WhatsApp, on Facebook, show me one thing that he gained. He lose a lot. Show me one thing he gained besides his personal ego, or to take his anger on someone, or to try to take revenge against someone that he doesn't like what he said. Does he gain anything? Money he doesn't gain. Kavod he doesn't gain. Hashem doesn't love him more, and he perhaps lost his עולם הבא this minute. It's no joke. המלבין פני חברו ברבים, אין לו חלק לעולם הבא. The Gemara says, if you embarrass your friend in public, you have no share to the world to come. It didn't say if you embarrass the chief rabbi of the world. You embarrass your friend, the ignorant friend from across the street that doesn't know how to open Sidur. It didn't say big rabbi or someone who makes thousands of people religious. If that's the case, multiply it by 1 billion. If you insult a simple, ordinary Jew, simple, ordinary, not rabbi, not Talmid Chacham, nothing special, just, a simple, ordinary person, you can lose your olam haba. If you embarrass someone that does so good for the Jewish nation, what do you think will happen to you? If an ordinary person, you can lose your olam haba in a minute. This is Gemara. כאילו שופך דמים, המלבין פני חברו ברבים, what does it say? אין לו חלק לעולם הבא, 100%. People don't think.